Hello friends, today we are going to discuss the causes of separation of East Pakistan. You know that on the 16th of December 1971, Pakistan was broken into two pieces when the East Pakistan became a separate country with the name of Bangladesh. Within 25 years, Pakistan had to face this unfortunate event when it was broken into two pieces. The country, which was established on the basis of two-nation theory and the ideology of Islam, could not last for more than 25 years. Today, we will try to evaluate some causes or the reasons which led to the fall of Dhaka. What was the reason that the two-nation theory could not help to maintain the geographically separated two entities under a single country or under a single state. So let's see some reasons. The first one was that both wings of the country were located at a distance of 1600 kilometers from each other, which prevented the promotion of cultural homogeneity between the people of East and West Pakistan. The geographical location of both wings was such that they were at a distance of almost 1600 kilometers from each other, and there was no land link between both wings. And in between these both wings, there was a country which is still as well hostile towards Pakistan, and whose leadership had not accepted Pakistan by heart. So that country, the country India, put hurdles in mingling both wings, and because of this geographical location, they not being adjacent to each other, the cultural homogeneity could not be promoted between East and West Pakistan. This resulted in two different cultures in a single state. The Western Pakistanis were having a separate culture, and the East Pakistan was having a separate culture. And a large number of Hindu teachers in educational institutions in East Pakistan launched a well-calculated propaganda against West Pakistan. They propagated that the West Pakistan is exploiting their resources, and as a result, the new generations of Bengalis believed that Punjabis were exploiting the resources of their province, and they were using their resources for their own development. And they were thinking that it is the Punjab which is using the Bengali resources, and the Punjabis are getting developed, and they are using the resources of Bengal. And the irresponsible behavior of Saint Shahid Saharwardi, Maulana Bashani, and Sheikh Mujib led to the separation of East Pakistan. These three politicians, Hussain Shahid Saharwardi, Maulana Bashani, and Sheikh Mujibur Rahman, played provisional politics, and they exploit the Bengali attitudes and Bengali thoughts for their own political gains. Although Hussain Shahid Saharwardi, he was a comrade of Jinnah, but later on in 1950s he made his own party, and Maulana Bashani was also cooperating with him. Later on in 1963, when Sheikh Mujibur Rahman became the head of Awami League, he also exploited the Bengali nationalism, and this led to the separation of East Pakistan. And the Muslim Leagues failed to maintain its national character. Regional thinking of its leaders led to the unpopularity of League in East Pakistan. You know that in 1950s, in 1954, the provincial elections of Bengal were held, in which Muslim League had to face defeat. The Jokta Front had defeated Muslim League. Guys, if you want to know about those elections, please do subscribe to our channel and visit a lecture. There is a lecture on the East Pakistan provincial elections. You can see from there that how Muslim League was defeated in East Pakistan. This defeat of Muslim League within 10 years of its or within 10 years of the establishment of Pakistan was a great blow or a great hurt to the national character of the Muslim League and the unity of the country. And the 6 points of Mujibur Rahman also play a vital role in the separation of East Pakistan. These 6 points of Mujibur Rahman were something in which Mujibur Rahman had indirectly demanded for a separate state, and those guys who want to know more about Sheikh Mujibur Rahman's 6 points, please do visit the lecture on 6 points of Mujibur Rahman as well. There in that lecture we had discussed some more details about the Sheikh Mujibur Rahman's 6 points. At this point I will tell you that these 6 points were responsible for the separation of East Pakistan, because in these 6 points Mujibur Rahman had indirectly demanded for the division of country, and on the basis of those 6 points Awami League had participated in the first general elections of Pakistan in 1970, and they had got majority in East Pakistan on the basis of those 6 points. And when they got majority in East Pakistan, now it became a legal claim that now those points become the demands of not only Sheikh Mujibur Rahman but of the entire East Pakistani population. And the Awami League under Sheikh Mujibur Rahman recorded unprecedented victory in general elections of 1970. As you know that the Awami League had participated in the general elections of 1970 on the basis of 6 points, which were not just for the integrity of the Pakistan, integrity of the country, because in those points Mujibur Rahman had almost demanded for separate homeland. For example, he had demanded that 2 separate currencies must be introduced in the country, 2 separate reserve banks must be established, and 2 separate military forces must be established. Those were the points in which indirectly he was saying that Pakistan should be divided into 2 countries. And on those points Awami League under Mujibur Rahman had recorded an unprecedented victory. They had captured 160 out of 162 seats in East Pakistan. So the results of the general elections of 1970 became so disastrous for the unity of the country that they led to the fall of Dhaka within a year of those general elections. The Bengali nationalism played a prominent part in the separation of East Pakistan. The Bengali nationalism was not new. Even in 1947, when Pakistan was established, while addressing to the first session of the first Constituent Assembly, some prominent Bengalis had also highlighted that we, the Bengalis and the Western Pakistanis, are not same. They said that there is nothing common between these 2 communities except common religion and common struggle for the freedom. Their language, their culture, everything is different. So it was obvious that these 2 could not be mingled under a single leadership and under a single state system. So the differences which were already present came on light in 1971 when East Pakistan got separated from Pakistan. The military operation launched by General Tikka Khan was instrumental, arousing the anti-Pakistani feelings among Bengalis, because when you can see that the Eastern Pakistani leaders like Sheikh Mujibur Rahman and his colleagues were they were highlighting or they were exploiting the Bengali nationalism. The West Pakistani leadership was also responsible for providing a path to them. For example, the military operation launched by General Tikka Khan was brutal, and he had killed a number of Bengalis or a number of innocent Bengalis. This gives the nationalist leaders in Bengal a point. When they say that, see, the West Pakistan, what West Pakistan is doing with us. And this helped the East Pakistani nationalist leaders to arouse reinforce the anti-Pakistani feelings. It was just like that in what in 1937 to 39 Congress did with Muslims, and their exploitations had helped Jinnah to highlight the difference between Muslims and Hindus, and later on establishing Pakistan by dividing India. Same was the case here. What Congress did in 1937 was the same thing that was repeated by General Tika Khan. And the negative attitude of Zulfikar Ali Bhutto in the Security Council also prevented the achievement of timely ceasefire. And military intervention by India to contribute it greatly towards the separation of East Pakistan. So these all factors were responsible for the separation of East Pakistan in 1971. Thank you guys for joining, and please do not forget to subscribe to channel and like the video. Thank you for joining. Take care. Goodbye.